absolutely unbelievable. Okay, just give him space.
Look at that. How many fish are in there?
Work together, come join us. We're rocking it up.
Last week, we introduced you to our two new teams, the Wild Eagles and the Sneaky Jackals.
Welcome to the Kalahari Water Adventure Farm, our idyllic location on the banks of the Orange River. Where they set off to do an item hunt.
It was a little bit difficult for us because we are tied up, so we need to walk together so that we don't get in different direction.
Yes! The Wild Eagles had no problems and breezed through the challenge. Listen, man. This challenge for the Wild Eagles, easy peasy.
And finally, they needed to set up camp for the first night in the rough. That smells good, ladies.
Ons moet kos gemaak het soos braaivleis en hoender en wors en dan moet ons water gekook het.
This surviving in the outdoors is really rough, but these kids are getting so stuck into it.
Maybe we should take a look and just check in to see how the teams are doing.
Me and Jimmy were going to the tents to put up the tents and the sleeping bags.
I'm sure. What has come forward?
So ons het nou al so sukkel. Ek en Jimmy nog die tent opgeslaan. Toe kom ek agter nou die tent is nie saam met die ander een nie want hy lyk anders.
Are you sure?
Is it the right way? Is it inside out? Where's your zip? Let's have a look.
En toe kom ons nou eens agteroor. Dis nie die regte pype wat ons insit nie. Toe moes ons eers die pype uithaal en toe slaan ons nou die ander tent op. En daarna toe kom ons nou reg met daai tent.
Nice. Looks like your tent is taking shape, hey?
Yes.
Finally.
Dit was die eerste keer dat ek 'n tent opgeslaan het.
Okay, they're just trying to secure this.
Dit was 'n bietjie moeilik van die pen het aan mekaar uit te gaan.
I think we're done, hey guys? Almost?
Almost. Okay.
So it looks like Charles and Jimmy figured out the tent. Let's check in with the Wild Eagles. The Wild Eagles started off so well and right now they seem to be everywhere. So what's the plan now? So you're not using the matchsticks anymore?
Looks like the Wild Eagles have hit a snag with their fire.
Toe ons weer aan mekaar uitgegaan het ek gevoel dat ons die kompetisie gaan verloor want ons kon nie ons potte opsit en goed opsit as die vuur gebrand het.
Moet net al goeie nie kan.
Well done, Yichya. Now we're blazing.
En toe het ons fyn takkies van die boom af gaan pluk en ons het 4 bosse gevat en gou in brand gesteek. Toe gooi ons fyn takkies op want toe los eers die houtsak en ons haal die dik houtstukke uit en ons vat die fyn takkies toe hy begin vlam vat. Toe gooi ons die dik stukke in, toe vat hulle vlam, toe begin ons vuur.
Ek was kwaad vir Fredjelle want hulle het nie hulle werk klaar gedoen nie en ek was bang ons gaan verloor en dit was die eerste challenge.
Alright, so now that your fire is burning, what's the plan now?
Okay, we're gonna fry the onions and make it chakalaka and the boys are going to fry.
You're starting with the chakalaka and then the meat.
Yes.
Okay.
Toe ons klaar die tent opgeslaan het ons verder gegaan met die braai. Hier het klaar die chops gespice en goed. Dus toe braai ons die ding verder.
No, that's chicken.
Yeah. Just chicken.
Stenaan.
Ons span het allemaal saamgewerk, maar ons het 'n bietjie gestres, maar ons het saamgewerk en ons kon daarom alles reg kry.
Dis suiker, guys.
Alicia,
Just kidding. It's
good thing she's just kidding.
Ek het die kos gemaak, ek en Adelaide, en die seuns het die tent opgeslaan.
Ja, dat is reg.
Ek was bly dat hulle nie soos die eerste challenge dat Charles alleen nog iets wil doen nie, dat ons almal kan iets gedoen het en dat ons elkeen laat ons saam gewerk het.
So Adelaide, why have you put your meat in foil? What's in the foil?
Dit is dis die hoender en dit is net soos 'n lekker eie en 'n wortel bygesit om net 'n smaakie te kry.
Sounds delicious.
Toe die seuns klaar was, het hulle die wors kom begin braai want hulle gesê ons het die presenters het gesê ons het nog baie ons het min tyd oor. Ons het wors, hoender en chakalaka gemaak.
Okay, Charles, what you got there? Some tongs?
Yes. Okay. Oh, I can't reach it. So it is hot and it looks tasty.
I like Jimmy because he's a good man. He helps me in every way. Every time I call him, he is right there.
Ik het heel erg geweest. Ik had Charles met die vlees gebraid van de meisjes. Ik denk dat ik kan niet vlees breien.
Okay, so the wors is done. It looks great. Hey guys, what do you think? Yeah?
It looks very well cooked.
Het was so donker geweest, ons kan niks gesien het. Ons kan nog nie gesien dat nou die kos nou reg gekook is of hulle nog gaar is nie.
So with everyone's fire going, it was time to get cooking.
Toe het hulle die chakalaka goed oopgemaak en in die pot ingegooi. En die eie ook ingesil in die wortels. Toe kook hulle dit.
It's coming together here.
The meat is getting...
So you're gonna put the carrots in later.
Ja.
Yes.
All right. So you're gonna hold that up until it cooks.
Ja, moet maar net zo houden.
Yeah.
Vier is nog niet weg.
En
And
toen
you don't have time.
het ons gewag, maar die vlees en die hoender en die wors het nooit gaar geworden. En ons het al begin stres, van die buitenkant het al begin brand en ons het nie geweet wat om te doen nie. Maar later het ons het reg gekry.
Toen ons die vlees klaar, die breivlees klaar gebreid. Toen vat ons die wors en die hoendervlees. Toen breiden ze het ook klaar.
Maar waar is die kleinste stukje? Wat die kleinste stukje heb ons? Wat die stuk?
Nee, een hele stuk wil eet. We snijden hem net voor ons. Ons is nog klaar met alles geweest. Toen wordt ons geroep voor iets. Ons had niet geweten wat is dat. Toen zei Koetle net ons het een surprise.
Guys, you are all doing such a great job. But Kutle and I have a surprise challenge for you.
Die presenters het na ons toe gekom en hulle het vir ons kom sê, hulle het vir ons die goed gegee wat ons moet maak, soos wat ons moet met die pudding maak.
As we all know, any South African gathering, even in the outdoors, is not complete without dessert.
You will be given ingredients with which you will have to come up with a uniquely South African dessert and give it a uniquely South African name.
And this challenge has 5 bonus points up for grabs. So here are your ingredients. Let's get to cooking.
Ons het dit gebruik en ons het almal as 'n span saamgewerk om aan 'n naam en
Two little blocks.
om iets te maak met die goed wat ons gekry het.
Dit was so donker geweest, ons kan niks gesien het. Ons kan nog nie gesien dat nou die kos nou reg gekook is of hulle nog gaar is nie. En ja, ons het ook gesukkel om te sien waar die kos op die tafel lê en wat is en waar's die vleis en waar's die wors en ja, en ons het nogal gesukkel om in die aand te werk.
Things are looking dark and difficult, but the Rough Kids are working so hard. Tune in after the break to see how it all plans out. Before the break, both teams got started on their cooking challenge.
No, that's chicken. Ja.
Just chicken.
Ons span het almal saamgewerk, want ons het 'n bietjie gestres, maar ons het saamgewerk en ons kon daarom alles reg kry.
Guys, you are all doing such a great job, but Kutle and I have a surprise challenge for you.
Die presenters het na ons toe gekom en hulle het vir ons kom sê, hulle het vir ons die goed gegee wat ons moet maak, soos wat ons moet met die pudding maak.
Alright, Adisha, I see you guys have your biscuits laid out nicely. What do you guys have planned here?
Ons gaan eers die biscuits hierbo sit en dan gaan ons die piesangs boor en dan gaan ons die marshmallows en dan gaan ons die kaasroostroom en die chocolate.
Sounds delicious. I can't wait to taste it.
Toe ons dus nou uitvind dat ons 'n pudding ook maak, was dit nie vir my so moeilik want ek is gewoond daaraan.
Toe ons span uitvind dat ons nog 'n verrassing het ons gestres want die ander kos was nie klaar nie. Maar gelukkig het Alicia met 'n idee opgekom toe ons die verrassing soos bestanddele gekry het.
Die presenters het vir ons bestanddele gegee en dit was biscuits, piesang en custard, chocolate en marshmallows gewees.
Presenters het vir ons die pudding gegee, dan moes dit uitvind wat ons gaan maak. En toe begin ek dink maar ons gaan moet die chocolate versmelt te boor te gooi. Toe sit ek die chocolate in 'n bord in 'n pan en ek gaan sit dit op die vuur en ons dink toe maar dit gaan smelt en toe ons 'n tydjie terugkom dis alles amper swart met die boonste laag is nog reg.
En Riley het 'n naam gegee vir die dessert. Die naam is Colorful Mandela.
Okay, I think I can start with this one. Okay, I need a bucket.
A bucky.
I felt very great because I love making desserts. There was cookies and bananas, marshmallows and chocolate. Then I had this perfect idea. Then just before I just planned and said maybe we should cut the marshmallows and lay them out straight.
Jimmy, volgende pisang.
And the bananas and throw it between the marshmallow. Then we should melt the chocolate so it can go over the marshmallows and bananas.
Okay, so they've decided to melt their chocolate.
Charles het vir ons gesê hy het 'n idee gehad want ons anders het glad nie gehad nie. En dit het op die einde goed gekom en ons moet ook self 'n naam gegee het.
Guys, remember, you need to come up with a uniquely South African name for your dessert as well. What is it? Have you got it?
What was it again?
The
Banana marshmallow chocolate sprinkles.
When the chocolate was done smelting, we poured it on top of the marshmallows and bananas, and then we just ming it. When we were done, we just put those on top of the cookies, and then we just let it cool down, and then it was okay. And then we just pour the flour just on top of it to get that sweet taste.
Ek het geleer dat 'n pudding nie baie bestanddele nodig het om te maak nie. Dit kan net 'n kort ding wees, maar dit kan ook lekker smaak.
Alright guys, you have 5 minutes left to make sure that everything is ready for presentation.
My gunsteling deel was toe ons met die kos maak, want ek maak naweke kos by die huis en dan maak ek ook vakansietye by die huis kos. Okay, rough kids, you have 5 minutes to wrap it up and prepare your food into a presentable manner. So with just 5 minutes left, the rough kids needed to put on the final touches and prep their dishes to make sure it's good. Ek het nie van die vleis gehou nie, want dit was 'n bietjie rauw en dan ook die wortels was 'n bietjie hard in die chakalaka sauce. That looks delicious. Let's hope the judges think so.
Good night.
Sneaky jackals, you guys have been working really hard throughout the day and the time to taste your food is finally here. But before we do that, Lisedi, please explain to us what you have prepared.
What we have here is meat, chicken and sausage with chakalaka sauce.
With chakalaka sauce. Listen, Katie, I'm not going to lie to you. Already I'm impressed by the presentation. It looks good and I can't wait to dig in.
Enjoy.
Okay, so we have 2 forks here. It wouldn't be roughing it out
There we go.
if it wasn't for the struggle.
The struggle is real.
I was nervous of the food because I was not sure if the braai was really cooked, so it would taste good because that I was worried about it, but I wasn't worried about the dessert. I was sure it would taste good, so.
It tastes really good. Now for the chakalaka. Okay, the carrots are a bit hard.
Okay.
Hopefully it tastes good though.
The judges liked it. They said it was just a little bit not well cooked, but it was good so far.
If the carrots were softer, I think it would have done the job. Now let's just taste the chicken. Actually, it's roughing it out. Let me just dig in.
Atta girl. And?
It's a bit dry, but it's cooked properly. I like the spices and everything.
Okay.
But I'm a bit thirsty now, so it's time for the purified water. That was good. It was very nice.
All right, guys, now on to desserts. Charles, you are kind of the man in charge of this. I'm also dying to know what it's called, so please walk me through this process.
Okay, what I have served you to this plate is a little marshmallow with little banana slices, what we chopped up, and we put up some cookies, and we put a chocolate in, and what we call it is banana marshmallow chocolate spread.
Ah, sounds delicious. I'm going to taste it now and tuck in. Okay, I've got to get everything. I'm going to break these biscuits. 2 spoons. Okay, let's get everything. I think that's it.
How is it?
It's really good.
I'm so jealous.
I mean, it's sweet. It's got everything you want there. It's got the marshmallow. It's got the chocolate that's been melted. The banana is so great, so fruity, just wonderful. Good job, guys.
Well done, Sneaky Jackals. Now it's time for us to see what the Wild Eagles have prepared for us. All right, Wild Eagles, it's been such a long day and you guys have worked really hard to get to this point. It's time for us to taste your food. But before we do that, Bradley, you're going to explain to us what you did here.
En gewag dat dit klaar braai, toe vat ek die eie en toe skil ek dit. En toe gooi ek dit, toe skroei ek dit klaar. Toe vat ek die wortels toe, sny ek dit, toe skil ek dit ook af. En toe sny ek dit op. Gooi ek hulle in die bakken. Wag ek laat die eie klaar is. Toe maak ek die chakalaka op, toe gooi ek die chakalaka in die eie. Toe roer ek hom. Die vlees het so 'n bietjie gebraai. Toe sy gaar, toe vat ek die wors en die chicken. Toe gooi ek hom ook in die dinges en die rooster en toe braai ek hom.
All right, Caitlin, it looks like we are in an outdoor restaurant. The layout is amazing.
It does look good.
Wild Eagles, you've outdone yourselves. Okay, it's time for us to taste. Can I please get a fork and knife? Okay.
Good. Crunchy carrots? Less crunchy carrots?
Less crunchy carrots, but tastes really good. This was amazing. Thank you, guys.
Cool. Well, that sounded really good. I'm so excited about this dessert, this huge pile of goodness. Does it have a name? Alicia, do you want to walk me through this?
Yes, the name is Colorful Mandela.
Oh, beautiful. And how did you prepare it?
Eerst het ek die biscuits onder gesit en pisangborie biscuits en had ek 'n bietjie nou die chocolate gesmeelde chocolate, het ook 'n bietjie gebrand.
Okay.
En had ek weer biscuits boor gesit en weer bananas en die marshmallows in die kas oorgegooi.
Nice. Well, it looks good. I'm going to tuck in. I'm going to use
Tuck in.
the spoon. Okay. I have to dig for the chocolate here. Okay, let's get right in here.
Tastes good?
It tastes very good. I taste a little bit of that burn that you were telling me about, but I quite like it. Well done, guys.
Net voor hy die winters wou daarvan geëet het, toe sê ons vir hulle, ons het net die chocolate bietjie gebrand en toe sy toe hulle eendag van toe proe hulle, toe sê hulle vir ons, hulle kan proe dat het bietjie gebrand het.
Okay, so now we're just going to test your purified water quickly. Are you sure it's safe to drink? Did you boil it?
Crystal clear?
Crystal clear. Well done, Wild Eagle, for completing your very first challenge. Everything was amazing. It tasted good too. Now it's time for you guys to dig in.
Uit ons eerste challenge het ek geleer dat ons moet as 'n span werk en nie net dinge begin soos ons wil nie, want ons moet eers brainstorm en besluit oor wat ons alles gaan doen en hoe ons dit gaan doen. En dit is wat ek eintlik al geleer het uit ons eerste challenge.
Guys, what an absolutely amazing start. You managed to get your fires going, pitch your tents, purify your water, and create a uniquely South African dessert.
And now it's time to find out which team earns themselves their first rough points. Wild Eagles, you managed to finish that task first, earning yourselves a 5-minute head start. The second task was pitching a tent and making a traditional South African braai. The Wild Eagles won that challenge, earning themselves 20 rough points. But remember, because of the trade-off earlier, 1 rough point will be deducted from your overall score.
Ons het die challenge gewen, maar dit was eintlik al 'n verrassing vir ons, want ons het gedink ons sal verloor, want alles was eintlik al 'n flop vir ons gewees, maar en op die einde het ons die challenge gewen.
Sneaky Jackals, even though you had a penalty and started 5 minutes later, you guys used that time wisely and strategized, as well as creating a magnificent dessert. And for that, you have earned yourselves 5 rough points.
When we heard that we lost, I felt a little bad because I thought that finding the items, we should have looked a little harder and further, because if we didn't do that, we could have maybe won. And yes, but I'm still proud of them because they did a really good job.
Maar wat ons eerst gehoord het ons het gewen toe, was ons baie blij geweest. Want ons het dan gesoek gemors en aangegaan, maar ons het gewen. Ons kan niet gegloeid nie.
It's been quite a rough start to round 2, but while we catch our breath, let's check out the scoreboard. After their first night in the rough, it was the Wild Eagles who came out tops, earning themselves 20 points, and the Sneaky Jackals earned themselves 5 points. Wow, what an electric start to round 2. I can tell in this round, things are going to get rough.
That's for sure. Thank you all so much for joining us. Catch us next week for more Northern Cape thrills and adventures. Next week, the Rough Kids take on a hike with a difference.
Ek het leiding gevat omdat ek presies geweet het wat om te doen met die splint, maar by die sling het ek 'n bietjie gesukkel van ek het nie geweet hoe moet dit kom nie.
Okay.
Then when we came there, I heard that we need to make a stretcher for someone who has a broken bone or can't move his leg.
On the count of 3. 1, 2, 3.
Is dit?